Hey everyone, this is Big Benedict. We're playing Max Payne 3 on, what was I going to say, Impossible difficulty? Master Ninja difficulty? No, this is, what is this, Survivor difficulty? I forgot, it's been so hectic of a day. What is, I don't know, can't remember. Anyway, Chapter 12, whatever it is, it's the hardest difficulty. Oh, hardcore mode, that's what it was. I'm sorry, it escaped me. Someone earlier today remarked that these games aren't challenging me because I play hard games too often, like Ninja Gaiden on Master Ninja mode. And that's probably true. Anyway, take these thugs out right here. We have a muffler on the gun here, the silencer. Well, it's not really a silencer, it's a makeshift silencer. So, this level, as far as being challenging, I would say that it's not that bad. It really isn't. I think I finished this chapter off with the customary like 5 to 7 painkillers. There we go. And there you go, you son of a bitch. There might be some painkillers in here. There's also a sniper rifle down the line that you might want to take and save for a later part when we're on top of the building. It really would have been handy for me, but I didn't want to restart the chapter. So this is a good weapon too, and I'm going to pick up there's a grenade launcher in here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. This here, just be very careful using that. It's really easy to get yourself killed, but it's nice to kill these guys with this weapon. I like this level. The music, this game has one of the best music scores I've ever heard. So that one went a little wild. See, the first guy, he ran off to summon his lackeys over there, and now it's just a matter of just shooting the guys and not killing myself in the process. I kill myself a lot of times when I was playing on hard mode, but this time nothing doing. I'm a little bit better of a shot with this grenade launcher here. That guy ended up on the block right there. So once I use all these, I'm just going to go back and get another gun. What I usually like to do. Look at the shading and the shadows on this part. It's really good. But I like to at least expend all the bullets in this gun and then just go back and get another gun. Ammo conservation is pretty important in this chapter. It usually isn't for some reason, but I think there are times when the game's... I don't like the way the game kind of controls you sometimes by stripping you of your items and your painkillers. Like, you'll go into another section with nothing sometimes, but it's not that way all the time. It's sometimes you like in the last chapter when the explosion happened in the engine room. That was justified, but it just goes back to what I was saying a couple chapters back about how this game, it just has a set of terms that you have to abide by in order to win, and you really can't manipulate it too much. But this little, the third-person cover trick, if you want to call it that, is so helpful in this game. And it makes it a lot more enjoyable, in my opinion, because you should be able to do that when you're playing a third-person shooter game. That's why I like to play these games. And I also like to be able to see my character when I play these games. I don't like to play in first-person view. That's why you'll never see a guide from me ever in a first-person shooter or any kind of like a Dishonored or anything. If it's not in third person, I refuse to play it. And I'm also looking forward to playing The Last of Us. I have a copy of that game, and I want to play it, and someone with less restraint would start playing it, but I'm going to finish this game before I start a new game. That's just the way I work. I don't like to have anything left to do, especially if I start a new game. Then I'll forget about what I've been doing in these chapters and not be able to tell you very pertinent information here. So this building is pretty tough to work with sometimes because of all the holes in the walls and stuff like that, and angles could line up to your disadvantage. Okay, so see, that guy just came out, and then I shot the propane tank here just for fun to see if it would work out, and then ran out of the way. Did I kill him? I don't think I killed him. I usually don't kill the guy. I usually don't get that lucky. But at the end of the video, I got this one trophy called sometimes you just get lucky, and I got a headshot while the screen was shaking, and it's intentionally supposed to do that. And I was blind firing at the time, so I got extremely lucky. I wasn't even going for trophies. You guys know me. I don't give a shit about trophies or platinum games. Anyway, here, take cover behind here. We have some enemies to kill to the right, and then once they're deceased, you're going to go over to the left, and we're going to have a sniper shooting at us from the left hallway up there. And we can grab his sniper rifle, and if you want to, it'll make one of the later sections extremely less difficult than it is. See, there he is, right there, popped up. We are going to be going to that area to get him, to get that weapon. If you want to, if you don't get it, it's not a huge disaster. This part's pretty challenging, so save your bullet time. You notice I'm saving my bullet time over here because once you jump into the pit down there, there's no getting back out from this side, so you have to scale it. And right when you get down there, you're going to have enemies coming at you. So just clear these enemies right here. Make sure you get your ammo, and then hop down. And I was going to say stasis these guys, but that's actually really close to what it is. So that guy got killed, and then this guy is going to get killed promptly. And then we're going to have an enemy coming to the left, but he doesn't spawn until you exit the area. See the door right there? See? Watch this. Now he's going to come over to the... Yeah. That was me just anticipating his arrival. And in this chapter we find out that one of the villains is harvesting human organs, and there's a lot of cutscenes, and it's pretty brutal and scary, especially in this type of environment here, while we're in the basement here. So hop behind cover, no checkpoint quite yet. We are going to get a checkpoint soon, but you just got to stick it out. The sniper rifle's to our rear, so you just press down on the D-pad if you want to do that 180 degree turn. Just take these guys out. Looks like they're all gone. We need to blow the door with those propane tanks, but first of all I'm going to look around for loot. See, I blew the door first actually, but it was knowing that it wouldn't advance me anywhere. So I mean, it wouldn't, go to another scene in the level or whatever. There's the sniper that was shooting at us. So I debated about taking it, and I'm like, no, I don't care about it. And I was going to restart the chapter, and it wasn't because it was too difficult. That part I mentioned where you can use a sniper rifle, but it would have been really helpful, and I just wanted to see the disparity between how difficult it was without it and with it, and it probably would have been really extremely profound actually.
Bigger than the Broncos.
So I don't think there's any more enemies up here, but we're coming out in this really tough part coming up.
Seeing what everyone else sees.
Oh no, it's after this part. We're still in this dilapidated area down here. So no more enemies until this part here. And a couple of painkillers on the table, and this shotgun weapon. Now here's the really hard part here. See, take those three guys out, and then go to the left, and then we're going to have a bunch of enemies straight ahead. So I like to whip out my gun here and just shoot these guys from around the corner. This is probably the hardest part of the chapter because you're facing so many enemies, and they're far away from you, and you need to get as close to them as possible. And you actually want them to rush you, but only very infrequently do they actually start rushing you. I think only like one guy is prone to rushing. So once we take him out, then you're gonna see how I'm preserving my bullet time. That's a necessary thing for this part. And I'm gonna jump off the pool in anticipation of this guy who's coming right here. So I'm gonna wait till I see him, then jump off with the shoot dodge, take him out with the shotgun. That killed him, so I'm going to press the R3 button again to let go of the bullet time so I'm not wasting it. Then I'm going to use the bullet time coming up again on this guy. The bullet time. Shot him in the groin, looks like. So now we're going to have some more enemies coming out of one of the storerooms. And you don't want to get into a position where you spawn the last set of enemies and have to come back here for ammo, because they're going to shoot you through those wooden planks to the left. And it's going to be a nightmare. You're going to get shot up a lot. And I think I had to use a few painkillers over here. So, do the same trick. Do the shoot dodge in midair over here. See, the door is open. Normally it's just closed. It's a glitch. It's got to be a glitch. Here, I think I was using the AK-47 or something like that. So just take these guys out. The guy's usually going to run behind the table. I got tagged a little bit. It's okay though. But the important thing is, don't see we're on this tennis court right here. Don't go too far ahead, because from the farthest I went up there, nothing spawned. Those guys didn't spawn, so I could safely, even though I wasn't going to test it, you know, test my luck over here. But pretty much, if you're not getting shot at over here, that means that you didn't spawn them. So you can go around. You could safely go around this environment and pick up ammo. Because I always run out of ammo over here for some reason. And as far as like what gun you might want to use, I would probably stay away from using the shotgun, that weapon right there, or its variant, because the enemies are way too far away from you to hit. I mean, you can hit them, but it's just going to take you more shots to hit them because it's not a close range weapon. And this just has to be dealt with very methodically, and you cannot rush this, or you're just going to end up wasting way too many painkillers than you might have to use here. That guy sometimes is a rusher, and I want him to rush me because that means that I don't have to. I mean, that means I could get back with a shoot dodge, take him out with a little hassle, but it doesn't look like any of these guys rush forward. One guy is right about there, so if he's not doing anything, move around the map a little bit with the left analog stick, or just shoot around over there. See how I shot around right there? Just to get these guys moving. Look, see how they're not moving? I shoot a couple rounds and then they start getting into action. It's really bizarre. See, like 2 shots and they're dead with a nice headshot with this weapon. I think it's the chain link fence though that causes the problems, because your bullets will hit them, but it takes a lot to, because they're getting interrupted by that chain link fence. Okay, so I took out the majority of the enemies. I have a few more left, so I'm just going to go from cover to cover very carefully. Here's a winner right there. Surprised I haven't used any painkillers yet, but I know I must have at some point. There's also the second of 2 pianos coming up that you can interact with, and I think you can get a trophy for doing that or something like that. But I don't know. I think there might be 3 pianos in this game. I don't know. So it looks like, see how a sniper rifle would be so helpful in this situation. I mean, I could zoom in and get these guys. It would be so easy. So if you just cannot do this section, I would just say restart the chapter and just bring the sniper rifle here. It'll let you bring it here, trust me. So most of these guys are gone, but I know there's a couple guys. There must be some guys left because I didn't get that final bullet cam. Plus I saw that muzzle flare right there. It looks like he's got a shotgun or something. I think this was the last guy, but when you're playing a game like this, you don't really know for sure, and you don't want to chance anything. But it's nice to have those iframes during the shoot dodge. There we go. He's dead. There must be another guy because I remember getting a bullet cam up here somewhere. Yeah, it looks like a couple more guys in there. I think there's another painkiller in there too, so you should be pretty set. I don't think there's no boss for this level, although there is a kind of a challenging section at the end if you don't know what's going on, but if you do, it shouldn't take you any more than like 1 try. So here's the final guy right there. He's dead. Now go around and get all the loot. I edited that superfluous crap out for you guys. And there's the painkiller right there.
Call it evidence for De Silva.
And the piano's right up ahead, actually, if you want to interact with it. Well, nice little touches like that are cool. Looks like there's a pinball machine over there, too. Okay, looks like we're coming up on one of the final sections here. What is this section?
For now, I have bigger debts to call in.
Oh yeah, this is lame. I don't like this at all. What we have to do is we're going to bring this whole building down with some... I looked around this whole environment. There's no painkillers, so don't worry about it. There may be something in here that's a painkiller. Maybe not, though. So we're going to be placing the C4 on all the red columns. And sometimes after you place them, you'll get a spawn of enemies. It might not even occur until we do 4 here. So there's 2 of them. Now I'm going to go over here. Because what's going on is the gate is locked. And after that 3rd one that you place, we have enemies spawned over here. So they don't really know where you are until you start shooting at them, obviously. So there's just 3 thugs. And these guys, what these guys did was they opened the door for us. So now we can go on the side of the building where the scaffolding is. And then we're going to be doing a sniper section. We're not quite done with the C4 planting yet. So we're going to be doing more of that. Here's me doing that good old cover trick. It never gets old, and it doesn't feel like cheating because this is how you play a third-person cover-based shooter. So it looks like one more thug left. I'm going to take him out in the traditional flamboyant manner. And okay, more painkillers. They give you I'm saying they give you way too many. Look, they give me 9 here. That's the most you can carry, by the way.
It was time to see what VIP.
So what do we have? I think we have a sniper rifle now. We're gonna take this guy out. Okay, all you have to do up here is take out the sniper rifle guys. The other guys, when you press forward will disappear on you. So there's only 2 guys to kill here. See the other guy? If you do this quick, you won't get hit. See that guy? He was being coy right there and jumped down. See, I did that slowly and I didn't get hit. I didn't even do that as fast as I could have. But watch, I'm going to press forward and I'm just going to show you that they disappear. The guys that were just shooting at me, see, they would be shooting at me, but they're all gone now. But these guys are newly spawned enemies coming up. And this is a risky spot to stand just for the simple reason that you're going to have 2 enemies just run up the ramp for no reason. And trust me, it's not because I didn't kill all the guys on the other side of the building. I killed everybody and tried this again, and they still ran up that ramp. So see right there? This is the problem you got to watch out for. You can avoid that problem by standing somewhere else, but I couldn't find any other good places to stand, honestly. And this was fine. I knew that if I killed like every enemy that I killed, I just prepared for those guys' arrival. I'm not sure if you want to rewind that footage to see how many it was. I think it was just I killed 1 enemy and then those guys came up. It could have been 2 though. I wasn't watching too closely and I was talking. So got a couple of sprinters over here, so watch out for those guys. Just do the the 3rd-person camera trick. And oh yeah, that's an infinite ammo cache right there. I love this gun. This is like one of those old timers guns. From those old movies. Look, Mom, on top of the world. What the fuck was I doing? Oh, there's one guy that's usually hiding somewhere, and look at this shit right here. Same thing as in the last chapter. I knew, son of a fucking bitch. I knew someone was hiding. Sometimes I don't even know these hiders. So we placed one C4 on the red column. More guys spawned. I think that's the last time we're going to have any spawners coming. So you can go back to the same place actually and just do the same routine. Grab ammo if you need to. We're not going to have any more guys rushing us from the ramp. So whatever gun this is, it's extremely powerful, and I would take it to the next section if I were you. There's no bosses on this level. Like I said, there is a boss on the next chapter and the final chapter, but it's not anything you really should be worried about too much. I mean, the final boss is pretty challenging. It's just really a chaotic, out of control fight that you'll need a lot of painkillers for. So I'll be ushering you through the final chapter, chapter 14, and showing you the best way to deal with it, with wasting as few painkillers as possible, so we could stack a bunch of painkillers and have a lot of flexibility for the final boss. And that's not to say that if I didn't have that many, it wouldn't be a struggle, but it's one of those fights that it's way too crazy. It's not fun, and there's just way too many guys shooting at you. So I think we need to place one more C4 right here, plant the explosive. Now here, this is one of the final checkpoints of the chapter. The screen is going to shake intentionally, so you're going to have to adjust to that. I got tagged early on here, and I just bore with it, knowing that I had 7 painkillers left here. You're not going to need it. So see this? I'm just staying here, and the screen's shaking. It really irritates me, but what can you do? It's for effect. So one more guy up here coming, and I was just staying right here, supine. Nothing was happening to me. I was in a great spot. That's probably what's going to happen to you too. So once you get up, oh yeah, this is on a timer. So once you clear those guys, okay, I don't know, that was an accident right there. Once you get into about right where I am now, you have to hustle, otherwise it'll say failed. And I'm like, the first time I saw that, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And it was because I wasn't going fast enough. This guy took a beating right here without getting killed. Okay, so we have to hurry up. So as long, you know what the problem was? I was just looking all over the place for stuff. That was the only problem. It's not like it's on a really fast timer. So one guy here, one guy up there, and then once you go up there, we're going to get a painkiller to offset some of the damage you got. That explosion is mandatory, just part of this script for this chapter. Maybe two painkillers here. I'm not sure. Looks like there was 2 in there. And then it's gonna start aiming. That right there, that aimed for me. So that's, look at this. Look at that trophy. I wasn't planning that, and I saw that. I'm like, wow, that was really lucky. Plus, it says sometimes you get lucky, so I got like double lucky here. Okay, you get a checkpoint. I think right over here somewhere. I think this is the checkpoint area right here. So you may have to rewind that and see if that check mark indicator came up. I went over here hastily. I didn't know. I mean, I knew there was another guy. I don't know what I was thinking. But the problem is we're gonna have a heavy duty coming out. So there he is right there, this thug. He killed me a couple times. And right here, look, this... Now, that was my fault probably, but there's going to be some unresponsiveness coming up. See, look, I'm trying to tap. He's just... It's responding, but it's just responding. I'm pressing the square button, but it's just not recognizing that I'm doing it properly. Anyway, we're just going to take this guy out and move on to the next chapter.